the recording.
Oh, you started? Okay, I see it in the corner.
I'll
Okay,
do it
great.
now.
Yeah, it started
I see it in the corner. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us. So if you guys can stay muted until it's your turn to talk, that'll probably help with some feedback. So this is our final PTSA meeting of the year. It's kind of not how we had designed it, but no, that's how life goes right now. So just want to let you know, I'm Jory Galnett, so I'm the president of the PTSA, and I'll have the different board members introduce themselves. So go ahead, Vivek.
Okay, sorry, it took me some time to unmute. So I'm Vivek Bra. I'm the VP of events and been working on the board for last 1 year. We had several things planned during the last
We'll get there, Vivek. I'm going to interrupt you 1 second, Vivek. I just wanted you to introduce yourself, and then we'll talk about. Then we'll get the reports later. Yep.
Okay.
Srini, are you there?
Hi, Jory. Can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Srinivas Ralabandi, VP of Fundraising.
Okay. Thank you. And Nell.
Hi, I'm Nell Janardhan, Treasurer.
And Ferry.
Hi, I'm Ferry Rior. I'm Board Secretary.
And Pramila.
Hi, I'm Pramila. I'm the Communications Director.
Okay, thank you. And since like we talked about recording this, we're gonna then put this on YouTube also, like we've done with our other meetings. So we'll be able to post that. Okay, we are gonna approve the agenda, even though most of you can't see it, but we'll go ahead and approve it so we don't necessarily have any additions or subtractions going forward. So is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Okay, and the agenda has now been approved, so no deletions or changes going forward. All right, approval of minutes from our last meeting, February 13th, 2020. Ferry.
Hi, everyone. I have posted the minutes for our last meeting, which was on February 13th. They are already posted on the PT board. Are there any correction for that? No, and if not, the minutes stand approved as read and corrected.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Pretty, our Academies Loudoun report.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Well, so good to virtually see all of you tonight. Appreciate you taking some time out of your evening to come. We're certainly in strange times right now. So it has been eerily quiet in the halls of the building. I am still working in the building each day. Everybody else has been at home. So we really miss our students and our families. I'm sure at some point we'll think back on this year and remember it as the COVID year, but I can tell you that I will forever be changed by what has happened, you know, with the school cancellation. So we miss you. And if you have students at home, let them know how much we miss them. However, it has been crazy busy for me and for the admin team during this closure, working to help our teachers quickly transition to distance learning. AP courses and dual enrollment courses picked up almost immediately. And then the rest of our courses, you know, resumed instruction after that. More recently, we have been working on how we are going to honor and celebrate our seniors because we are not having an in-person ceremony. And so what we have been doing is we did our decision day slideshow, which was voluntary participation from our seniors. And that is on our website. On June 4th at 4 p.m., we will be releasing our official senior celebration video, which will honor all 680 of our seniors. And then we've also been busy organizing drop-off and pick-up days. And so to review that information, we have 2 days next week that are available. The first day that we sent out was for seniors, and that was June 3rd. And people are supposed to come and pick up and drop off items based on their last name. And then grades 9 through 12 were scheduled to do that June 10th through 12th, and again, at a schedule organized by last name. We've heard from many people that there are conflicts with their original time, and so today we added in an additional day for next week. And so if a family has any trouble coming in and, you know, picking up or dropping off items for their originally scheduled time, we now have June 2nd also available. So all social distancing measures and safety measures will be in place. We do need to collect textbooks and library books and all sorts of equipment that was checked out to our students. And then we will be collecting AET and AOS student laptops, and we will be handing out student personal items. And then for our seniors and for our completers, we will be handing out their diploma covers, their cords, and their certificates of completion. So even though the halls are eerily quiet, it has not been boring, to say the least. That being said, we also learned recently that our yearbooks are finally at print. So hooray, the factory had really shut down for a while and now has resumed a limited capacity. And so our yearbooks are printing, and as soon as they are shipped and arrive, we will share information on how we're going to handle yearbook distribution. So everybody is well. We are able to get some of our teachers into the building this week, again, with the strictest social distancing and safety guidelines in place so that they can collect personal items and help clean up and lock down their classrooms and their labs for the summer. So things are going well. We are also planning for the 3 scenarios that may be in place in the fall. And for those of you that didn't watch the school board meeting, essentially we are planning as a school division for 3 different possible scenarios for the fall. Scenario 1 is that we resume normally with all social distancing measures fully relaxed. And then scenario 2 is that we resume in person with social distancing in place. And Dr. Williams is leading a task force to develop 2 versions of scenario 2. And those details haven't been released other than what was presented to the school board, which was one version has around 25% of the students in a building on any given day, and the other version has up to 50%. And so the third scenario is that we will continue distance learning without an in-person start to the school year. Dr. Williams always emphasizes that we don't know which of these scenarios is going to be our path in August. We must wait until we have, you know, more accurate data. We're still too far out. So I know that that was a lot of information. If you have any questions, you can always email me. We're happy to answer any questions. Jory, is there anything that you can think of that I should specifically speak to before I turn this over to you guys?
No, I think that's it. I was just going to see if anybody had any questions. I mean, you covered pretty much everything with all the emails I've seen that have come out, you know, as to the best of your ability. Did anybody have any questions? You can unmute if you do.
Hi, it's Stephen D'Angeletti. I have a question. If your student is coming in as a junior, do they just use the same Chromebook that they had from high school?
So for Chromebooks are not being, Chromebooks are always handed in and handed out from the home high school. It's AET and AOS student laptops that have to be turned in to the academies and that will be handed out again in the fall. And so is Ryan a new student or is he currently with us?
He'll be a new student as a junior.
Okay, and what program is he coming to us for?
AET.
Okay, so what will happen is at some point in the early fall or sooner, he's going to end up turning in that Chromebook at his home high school, and then we will issue him an AET student device in the fall.
Okay. Thank you.
Great.
Okay. Did anybody else have a question? I can't see everyone. Going once. Okay. All right. Well, Dr. Pretty, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your staff also being your admins, being on here. I can see Mr. Lewis, Mr. Wilborn, Mrs. Chang. I don't see Mr. Stratby. I don't know if he's on here. I see Mr. Bauer. So are there other staff members that are on here? I don't think so. But anyway, we appreciate you guys being here. So thank you with all that you're doing. Okay, with that, we are going to move on to, we have Kirsten Shabenowitz is here, and she is the director of the Hunt District PTA. And so she oversees all of the PTAs, PTSAs in our area, which consists of about 11,000 members, of which we have 622 of them. So she just wanted to say a couple words, and then we will keep moving. But she wanted to join our meeting. So,
hey everybody! Thank you so much for inviting me and letting me be a part of your final meeting this year. I just wanted to congratulate you all, your PTSA, for being this being the first year of you being a part of the PTA. You've done incredibly well. From the awards programs that you've participated in with Reflections and the citizenship essay and the scholarship that was just announced that one of your students was a winner of, to winning one of the national PTA grants this year, which I was excited to be a part of, the implementation of that as well. I just wanted to say congratulations on an amazing year, and best of luck to the newly elected officers that are coming up tonight.
okay, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for her? She's very good at what she does and keeping us all in line with the PTAs. So very engaged in that area.
Oh, thank you.
You are. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So if there are any questions, we are going to move on. For anybody who has just joined us, I just want to make sure that you are putting your name and your email, and as long as you know you're a PTSA member, which we'll double check, in the chat. So if you can go ahead and add your name and email to the chat, especially if you're a PTSA member, because that's how you're going to get a ballot in a few minutes, is via your email. And it's the email that you use to log into PT board with. So if you don't mind doing that for us, that would be awesome. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a budget amendment vote, because one of the things that we were able to do, it wasn't our obviously exact plan, was we sent $25 Amazon gift card to each staff member. And so we would have really enjoyed probably having been able to support local businesses. But to be very honest with you, it would have been much harder and a much more trying to figure out how to get those to the staff. And there were over like 122, I think, staff members we sent gift cards to. And so for us to keep track of that as a PTSA, Amazon was the best way for us to do that. So with doing that, we needed to transfer some money from one of our funds to the staff appreciation line. So we just need to vote, even though we've already done it, sorry, Kirsten, that we need to, we're going to move $1,500 into the staff appreciation line item from the for the PTSA budget, and then $1,500 is moving out of the club funding line that we had there, because the club funding budget, that money did not get used. So we're moving 1,500 from that into the 1,500 line for staff appreciation so we can balance everything. Is there a motion, or are there any questions regarding that budget amendment we're going to have? Okay, was there a question? I heard somebody. Is there a motion to move forward with this vote?
Motion to move forward.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, awesome. Now, if you can just kind of give me a thumbs up, as long as all the members can vote on this. If you are agreeing with passing that the 1,500 move from the club funding into the staff appreciation. So we'll take our vote now. If you can give me a thumbs up if you agree on that, that would be great. Okay, I see. All right, thank you. Are there any nays, noes? Okay, awesome. All right, so that has passed. So now we'll be very happy, and now we can balance for our budget. Okay, all right.
Fine.
Thank you very much. Glad we took care of that. And now just a few things with event chairperson reports. Obviously, we would have more if things were as they were, but such is life. So I don't know, is Sarah on this call? Sarah Slowinski? Okay, so she was our SEAC rep. And then we also had Sadaf was our MSAC rep. And really, I know there have been some things I've seen through LCPS Facebook page where there have been some meetings and some online, obviously, things that have taken place. Actually, I can ask Kirsten. Kirsten, do you have anything to report in regards to those two that you know about? Anything that's going on with SEAC or MSAC?
Nothing specific. I know that MSAC, SEAC, and the Hunt District are all a part of this that LCPS is doing right now in regards to what schooling looks like next year.
Okay.
So all those organizations, have a table for that. I think MSAC's meeting was tonight or last night with a special guest. But other than that, we're all just kind of trying to keep our heads above water and do what's best for the students at this time. Okay,
cool. Thank you very much. And then I don't think Sarah McDonald's on the call, is she? No, okay. So Sarah was part of the, she was the chair of the Staff Appreciation Committee, and we had put out a Google form for students and parents to fill out to appreciate our staff. And I know there were over 500 entries that were that were submitted to the form. And so she needed to, she sorted all of those and got those sent to the right departments. And so that was an awesome show of support for the staff, especially during this time. And that just some words of appreciation that we were able to get out, even if it just via email. And then again, we did send each staff member the $25 Amazon gift card. So that's how we were able to do that during Staff Appreciation Week. Okay, and we have Luisa Nazaro is our Reflections Chair. She was our Reflections Chair last year. Reflections is a being part of the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association, our umbrella, and with the PTSA, we just have a student aspect to it because students can become members. And so with being part of a PTA, that we can take part in the programs and contests and such that they sponsor. So one of them is Reflections. And for those of you who don't know, it's an art-based reflect program. And so this, she's going to talk a little bit about it, but talking about now that the theme is out already for next year. And so it's been and last year, if she has the numbers, I know I'm putting you on the spot, Luisa, but we had a great showing last year with, kids can submit something in musical composition, art, photography, 3D drawing, there were a couple of dance. And so it was really a great way for our school to engage in another way outside of their curricular activities. So anyway, Luisa.
Hi there. Thanks for inviting me back. This year, they have a new theme. Last year, they gave us, this was the first year that we'd ever done it. So we were really excited about putting the program together. And I, along with Lynn Tuttle and Simona Das, basically ran the program all year, just trying to figure it out as we went along. But we were really, really excited about it because our students at the academies, they all tend to be, very good at a number of different things. And there's not always an outlet for their creative side. I mean, sometimes it's very STEM-based, very technical work. But we know that there's a lot of talent there. So we wanted to open this up to our student body. And having gone through the meetings with Katie, we found out that a lot of high schools don't participate. It's really hard to get these kids who are so busy, into a contest like this. And so we're really excited that they did come forward and they did put in their time and their effort, because this thing, I think the deadline is in the fall, sort of between September and October. So this is like when school's just ramping up and everyone gets super busy. We were super excited to get about 14 entries last year. Some students entered more than one category, which is fine. So our 14 entries came in. We had 5 of them win at the Hunt District level, and we were represented in visual arts, dance, literature, music composition, and photography. Those 5 students from the Hunt District went on to state, and we had a winner from state, Lindsay Bowman, who won award of excellence. So we were proud of her, and this is like 35%, 35% representation, right, out of the 5 out of the 14. So I think we had a really good year. So this year, knowing that the new thing is I Matter, because we can send that out to the students before the year ends, and hopefully, now that they have some downtime, maybe work on it before the fall when things get busy, work on it over the summer. So that first announcement hopefully is something that we can put out next week before school ends, just so that it gets on our Facebook page or on our Blackboard announcements, and students can start working on these things. So I'm going to look for some more volunteers this year. We had the 3 of us doing it last year, but if any of you are interested or know someone who's interested, we'd be happy to have more people on board. We have opportunities for communications and event planning, writing up awards, certificates, going out into the community to look for, local companies that might be sponsors, or who might want to be involved in giving out some of the awards related to the categories, like music studios, or, if we have authors, or maybe even television studios, art studios. Those are the types of things that we'd like to get in contact with. So if you have connections, or if you know people that would be interested, let me know. But otherwise, we're looking forward to starting early next year so that the kids can get a head start and we can get a lot more entries in.
That's awesome. Thank you. Did anybody have any questions for Louisa? We had judges come into the school. Yep, that judged. They had some contacts, and that's how the judging works. You judge at this level, at the school level, and then it gets passed on to the Hunt District, and then the state, and then national. So it's nice to have that. So
yeah.
Okay, we'll definitely get that information out. We'll work with Pramila and get that information out so we can get it posted.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Louisa. Appreciate it. Okay, then we'll talk about Ferry. We'll talk about later during her report too some of the other PTA programs that we have that we participated in this year, and some of the winners that we had too. Okay, the fun for the evening. Okay, be patient, please, as we go through starting with our election process. So I just want to kind of go over how we're going to do this. Again, if anybody has just joined us and you have not put your name and your email in the chat box, please do that, because you are going to get a ballot shortly. The email, again, is what you log in with PT Board. And so we're going to have, Ferry's going to read a portion of the bylaws in a second in regards to the election. And then I am going to read the slate of who is on the slate. And then we're going to go through seeing if there was any of you wanted to run from the floor. And then if that case, then we'll make some adjustments if there are. If not, Then I'm going to allow each of candidates will get 2 minutes if they want to just say something. And then after that, we will email you your ballot. It's gonna come through PT board, and then we will be able to present I will share the results. I'll share my screen with the results. So just hopefully this will go as smoothly as it did when we tested this out with the executive board last week. And if not, we'll get it figured out. So Ferry, go ahead. And if you don't mind reading that portion of the bylaws, I'd appreciate it.
Surely. So you wanted me to read the section 4 and 5, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Officers shall be elected by the following method. Officers shall be elected at the general membership election meeting in the month of May. If there is more than one nominee for the office, then the voting shall be by the ballot. A majority of the votes cast shall constitute which nominees are elected. However, if there is but one nominee for the office, election for that office may be by voice vote. If by the ballot vote, the secretary shall be responsible for destroying all the ballots at the end of the general membership election meeting. Officers except the treasurer shall assume their official duties immediately following the close of the meeting in the month of June. The treasurer shall assume his or her official duties upon the completion of the auditing processes outlined in these bylaws. And officers shall serve for a term of 1 year or until their successors are elected. No person shall hold more than one elected office at a time on this local unit board. No local unit officer shall serve more than 2 consecutive terms, not to exceed 4 years in the same office. Officers who have several in an office for more than half of a full term shall be deemed to have served a full term in such an office.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we're gonna just go through this for each of the positions. I just need to see if anybody's gonna run from the floor. If there is, for some reason, with somebody wanting to run from the floor, if you can unmute and then speak up, because I can't see everybody. So I don't wanna, if I don't for some reason call on you, if you can just go ahead and put something in the chat section so we notice. And if one of the board members sees something, please let me know so I don't neglect anyone with that. So, okay, we will begin this fun right now. Okay, we have, so Jory Galnett, myself, has been nominated for the office of president. Are there any further nominations? Of course there are. Come on, everybody. Like, you want this position. I know you do. Okay. Hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of president. Okay, Stephen Giangeletti has been nominated for the office of VP of fundraising. Are there any further nominations? Okay, hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of VP of fundraising. Okay. Vivek Baraya and Tarun Ravi have been nominated for the office of VP of Events. Are there any further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of VP of Events. The Tappy, okay, I'm gonna check Raborti. All right, tried. Has been nominated for the office of Treasurer. Are there further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of Treasurer. Farzaneh Riyar has been nominated for the office of Secretary. Are there further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of Secretary. Pramila Gururaj has been nominated for the office of Communications Director. Are there further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed for the office of Communications Director. Okay. Did I skip anybody? Anybody? Nope. Okay. Now I will give, I'll just go through. I mean, obviously there's just one position that is contested, but any of the other participants or candidates may speak if they would like to. So I'm going to ask myself if I want to speak for 2 minutes. no, this will be my final year. I will just put that out there because just to give some context with this, because I am a rule follower for the most part, Kirsten, I do my best. That so we were a PTO the first year I came in, which was 2 years ago. And then last year we became a PTSA. So with us being a PTSA, then we were able to serve with a 1-year term with a 2nd-year option. So that is why I did opt in to apply again to be president this year, was because I did have that 2nd-year option, even though this will be really my 3rd year of serving with the school. But because of the switch with the PTSA, that's why that works, and lucky me. So no, it's great. It's good. This is a great group, and I've enjoyed being at the high school level. I was at the elementary level for 4 years doing this, and now with being at the high school has been great too. So, okay, that's my 2 minutes. Okay, Stephen, do you have anything you wanted to say?
Yeah, I want to say hello. I'm looking forward to being nominated and hopefully elected. So this is my son's first year in the program. He's coming in as a junior, so I don't really have like that 1-year history of, like I've watched the school run for a year, but I'm really excited to get involved, and I look forward to being a part of the group. My background, I'm a project manager at a technology company, and I also have a master's in business administration, so I think I could help out in the VP of fundraising area. I've also been involved with Boy Scouts and civic associations, so I like volunteering and getting involved. So I look forward to this opportunity.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen. You're going to get elected. I can tell you that right now.
Thank you.
Okay. Vivek for VP of events.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. You have seen me before on last year board meeting. So I'm running for VP of events. I was VP of event last year, and we did some of the great works last year. We had a student welcome event for the freshmen. We had a fall event which was very successful. We passed out donuts and a lot of goodies to the students, and I mean a donut made everybody super happy. I was so surprised that a donut can bring so much of a smile to kids' faces, especially when they come first thing in the morning to the school. We did had an event in December where we said thanks to all the staff, and we sent out the gift card to several of the staff members. The biggest event, one of the biggest events was the Pi Day, which just few days before the Pi Day actually got canceled because of all this. So we, and since then we just had one thing that we did was we teacher appreciation event where we sent out this $25 gift card, which Jory mentioned few minutes ago. I'll tell something about me. I'm professionally I'm a director for a company, and I have been involved on a personal level with several of the high school student activities. I've been a judge, a debate judge for Lincoln Douglas for several years now, 5 years running, and I still go and judge debate tournaments. Before that, when my son was in the middle school, I was for 4 years. I was Odyssey of the Mind coach, and so I've been involved with several of the kids and students activities. I love what I'm doing for most part of everything, including being on the board and working with everybody else on the board. It was really nice experience, and I want to continue this experience. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Vivek. Appreciate it. Okay, Tarun.
Hi, I'm Tarun. So I'm a upcoming senior, and I go to AET, Academies of Engineering and Technology in ACL. So I'm so proud and fortunate to attend Academies, and I'm running to give back to my school. So for the past 2 years, I've been a lead mentor at Google's biggest computer science competition. I've created tasks and events for 300 students. So I observed what the students liked and what they didn't like, and I created interactive tasks to suit what they enjoy. So I gained experience how to run wide-scale events, which is something I want to bring to ACL next year. And in addition to Google Coding and my work with Google, I for the past year I've been running the helping running Academies Hacks. And Academies Hacks is the biggest one of the biggest LCPS hackathons. So I've been helping run that, and I've learned how to work with companies to get the job done. I learned budgets, and I learned how to budget stuff, and I learned how to analyze the pros and cons of particular subjects and to choose the best one based on if they have more pros and less cons. So right now, with my team in the hackathon, I am hosting optional workshops for AET IT students, and these optional workshops are meant to be for upcoming sophomores, juniors, and seniors, because we realize that students right now are worried about the next year. So these workshops are meant to give them a crash course on the upcoming year, making them feel more prepared to join next year, even though they can't go to school right now. So far, I learned valuable experience on how to create fun activities for every single grade group, and I want to use the experience for you guys next year. In addition to that, I am the co-president at the ACL Computer Science Club. So due to COVID-19, we've been setting up fun, interactive online programming contests. Around 30 people attend. So I've gained valuable experience on how to run competitions and how to run fine details of setting up the competitions. So I made sure that every aspect of the competition runs smoothly, and I made sure it was easy for us to run while keeping it super fun for the participants. In addition, in my base school at John Champ, I am the president of my Math Honor Society. So this year, I started something new at Math Honor Society. I decided to enable students to join official Math Honor Society competitions. This has never been done in my school. So I worked with my math teacher and with the Mu Alpha Theta official math company to make sure we can get our school enrolled and signed up for official competitions. So I hosted 5 math contests at my base school, and I made math seem like a really fun and entertaining as a game instead of like a painful work. So I made something like math super fun and made students actually enjoy doing math events. So I believe my experience in all my events will mold me into someone who can help run VP of events next year with you guys. So thank you.
Thanks, Tarun. Appreciate it. Okay, next, Tepi, do you have anything you wanted to share with us? I know she's there. Are you there, Tepi? Okay, we'll come back if there is something. Ferry, do you have anything?
Hi, everyone. I'm Ferry Riar. I actually joined the PTSA board last year. I love the dynamic team. It was something that I couldn't give up, and I wanted to come back again and be with them. It's an amazing team. I love the ACL staff. They're an amazing team and administration, and it's just been a joy to work with everyone. I have served on the board of executive boards at middle and high school for a number of years. As well as on the Board of Education. And on the professional front, I'm a research scientist focused on population health. So I serve as a senior director and a senior consultant in that area. And I'm looking forward for next year. I know it's a very uncertain times, but happy to see everybody's face tonight. And I wish everyone health and safety, and looking forward for a great year for everyone.
Awesome, thank you. Pramila. Are you muted? There you go.
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Pramila Gururaj. I've been the communications director for a year now. When we became the PTSA, to move from a PTO to a PTSA, we went through a process. Of course, Jody was one of the people who led us through all of that. But I did serve on the bylaws committee to draft the bylaws, which were sort of custom fit to our needs at the academies, where we have 3 different tracks, 3 different programs housed under one roof. So we sort of framed it around having representation from every group. For the last year, I have been the communications director for the PTSA. I send out newsletters on PT board. I manage the Facebook account. I We have an Instagram page, hoping to, engage more students. It was so great to hear Tarun talk. I hope there will be more kids like that who want to be engaged with the PTSA, with the school, to give back to the school. We would love to see more students in every aspect with volunteering, everything. So with that in mind, we have a Facebook page, which has mostly parents, I think. We have 532, I think, as of today, members. 620 plus on the PT board. Then we have 52 followers on Instagram. I hope to have a Twitter account next year, just to cover all our bases. I will not have a TikTok account, I promise you that. So, just trying to reach students, parents, and everybody who's active on social media in all different ways. So I look forward to another year of engagement. It's been great, and we had to twist Jory's hand to stay on, and I promised her that I would rope in 10 women to do what she does at home, so she can spend some time on the PTSA work. But it's been great. It's a great group of people. I love just helping out, volunteering, just being engaged with the school. The school is a great place. I had one child in AOS these last 2 years. I will have my second one in AET, so I will have both my children at the academies next year. So I look forward to working with everybody who's elected and making it even better. Thank you.
Thank you. Pramila's going to be a lifer, so there you go. She'll be leaving the school. Okay. Were there any questions anybody had before we begin the election part? Okay. Last call for people to put their name and their email in the chat box. And then Ferry, let me know. So what we're going to have a little bit of a few moments here because I need to gather everyone's email, which Ferry has been putting on a spreadsheet for me. And then I'm going to copy and paste those into the PT board email that you're going to get here in a second. So just be prepared to have your personal email or the email that you have signed up for PT board on there. Everyone is on, all of us are on that ballot, even if it was just one person. I'm not going to do a voice vote. So it's just going to be easier to have everyone vote that way instead of just for the one position that has two people. So someone else is coming into the meeting. Okay, so Ferry, are we good to go?
Yes, so far I have everyone, but if anybody hasn't, please do so I can add that to the sheet.
We've got about 25 people who are here on the meeting, and it looks like we've got about 19 that will be able to vote that are members. Okay. Did you see that last one there, Ferry? So PT board is the platform we use for our one-stop shop. And this year, they just recently added a survey function, which we are using as our voting function. And so we think this is, as we test it out, is going to work very well. Okay, the last, somebody else joining here all of a sudden. Okay, so Ferry, the last one we had was Manpreet Kelsey? Is that what we have? You have? That Ferry, is that one last one you had?
Yes, that's all I have. And
Okay.
I see 21, but you mentioned 19 are the members?
Well, but the line 1 is 20 now. Line 1 is just your header.
Oh, yeah. I apologize. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
You got it. 20.
Okay. All right. I'm going to send everybody their email right now. So go ahead, and invitation's been sent. So everybody look for your email.
Jory, just a quick question.
Yes.
Sometimes emails take time
Yes.
to deliver. Just wondering, are you going to wait a few minutes?
Yeah. No, I'm going to wait a few, definitely. I haven't received mine yet, so.
Oh, can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
No, you can't. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I haven't received my email yet. Sometimes check and see if it went into a spam, or if someone wants to say when they get theirs.
Mine did come through.
Okay.
So,
yeah, mine came through.
Jory, please check. There were one more addition. Please add that email as well. I just added it. There were one more person who added.
Okay, got it. Okay. Then we're going to close it here.
Just one more thing. Just please check your junk mail folder, because my email went to my junk mail folder. The email. So it might be there if you don't see it in your regular inbox.
Okay, it looks like 14 votes have come through so far out of the 20. 14 people, I should say, have voted.
Elizabeth, could you please put your email again? It seems like she did not receive it. Can you put your email again in the chat box?
Okay, Tanel, you didn't get yours yet? Okay, Elizabeth, you didn't get yours. Okay. Okay. All right. Hang on 2 seconds, everybody.
Jenna, I added Elizabeth's on the list. So.
Yeah, I see. If you have not, I know about Tanel and Elizabeth, I'm going to take care of them right now. If you did not, you know what? Tanel wasn't on that list, Ferry. That's the reason. That's why you didn't get it, Tanel. You weren't on the list. Sorry, we didn't mean to leave you off. Hang on. What? If you have not received your ballot yet, besides Tanel and Elizabeth, let me go ahead and put your information in the chat box.
I think Jennifer Chang said she didn't receive.
Okay, hang on.
Jory, it's on the list, it's on the top. I'm gonna,
okay. And Jennifer Chang.
Jury, I think Tappy joined back in. She said she hasn't received it either.
Right, because I didn't have her email. So, okay. Okay, hang on, everybody. Tappy. Okay, got it. Okay, 4 emails just went out to Elizabeth, Dr. Pretty, Mrs. Chang, and Tappy.
So, Jody, I think there was a question in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If the VP of events was like a team, somebody asked that.
No, that is I'm sorry. Yeah. So as a PTA, you can only have one person.
Jory, one more email was added. Could you send that as well before we, thank you.
Who is that? Leave.
Just noticed somebody else just put there.
Which, okay, hang on one second.
I just added to the list for you. The person's name says KL.
It's Leavengers, right?
Karen Lee. She has, I have added her to the list.
Okay. Hang on. And in the PT board here, people. Okay. Okay. All right, I just sent it now. Okay, for those who, let me see here, who have just voted, Tanel or Mrs. Chang, have you gotten yours? Okay, there have been 19 votes so far.
I have not, this is Tappy. I have not received mine yet. I checked spam and everything, but I still didn't get it.
Okay, I just sent it a minute ago. Just refresh and see if it's, what do you use? What's your, are you using Gmail? I don't remember what your.
Gmail.
Yeah, sometimes it's in promotions. I don't know if you have that.
I don't.
You don't in that top. Just refresh and see. It's mine comes in like the promotions section. There's promotions updates.
Okay.
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 There's one person who said they can't see the link.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, you did receive, okay. But can't see the election link. I mean, Vivek, I see, that's not our Vivek, it's a different Vivek. You got the email, the election link, it's orange, it's a big orange box that was on there. Hey, all right, Vivek, Dapopudi, not you, Vivek, the other Vivek. Were you able to see it? You can unmute. Okay. How many? Okay, so we should have 22 votes, 22 people, right, Ferry?
Let me double check. Hold on 1 second.
Vivek, you'll have to log into PT board. That's what it opens.
Oh, Jennifer.
Yes, Jory. I see it as 22. So
Okay.
did we cover everybody who were able to submit? Did we miss anyone?
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone, if so, whoever is not muted, if they could mute, that would be great. Actually, I see 25, I think. Because I didn't see, like, I have Dr. Pretty and AL, they came through at the end. Let me just refresh on P. So what I'm doing is on PT board, I'm looking at the report and I'm seeing how many people have come through on this end. So I've got 21 votes have come through. Okay. I missed somebody.
Did Tappy get it now? She had mentioned she didn't get it. Tappy, get one?
Did you get it?
She said no in the chat. She said she still hasn't gotten it.
Okay, Tappy, if you can just go ahead and email me who you want to vote for, then that's fine. You should have gotten it by now. Because 21 votes have come through. Hang on a minute. Okay. Oh, I can send it one more time, but it should be. Tappy, I'll send it one more time too. If you just want to just check your email to see if you see it. I'm going to go through the names of what I can see here of just, and I'm not trying to waste more time here, but I just want to make sure everybody has been counted for the numbers that we have, or if people chose not to vote, then that's fine too. So I'm just going to read through the votes, and if you didn't vote, then, and I call your name, then go ahead and speak up and let us know, and we can try and resolve this as quickly as we can. 21 votes I've had come in. Okay, so myself, I voted Luisa Nazaro, Tarun, Ferry Riar, Anthony Bauer, Matt Wilburn, Sanji, Tappy, I know we were having trouble with yours, Nell, Pramila, Stephen D'Angeletti, Jennifer Chang, Vivek Baraya, Betsy Henry, Hema, Sridhini Narayan, Madhuri Sosal, sorry, Srini Ralabandi, Eileen Gutierrez, and Manpreet Kalsi. And then there's a Dr. Dappa. And then Elizabeth Esper, I saw she said she voted. And then Dr. Pretty said she voted. Then there was Levingers and then Tappy. Actually, so Tappy was counted twice. So we'll remove her. Oh, you know what? The reason her first email didn't go through was because there was a T missing. Okay. So we should have 24 votes, and I have 21. And then Tappy would be one of them, so I'm missing 2. So speak now if there is something you voted. Okay, great. So Tappy, you're good? Tappy, you can unmute if you want so I can make sure that you're good. You're good, yes. Okay, great. Okay, so we are gonna close the voting. Okay, that's all for the voting. And so now I'm gonna do a screen share in a second. Did somebody just come in with a, okay, great, okay. Let me just get my screen ready here to reveal everyone with their, okay, just double checking something. So normally we would take people aside if they were if we were at school and doing this in person, but because of how we have to do this, I'm sorry to the 2 who are running against each other. It's not ideal, but doing our best here. Okay, let me get my screen share. I'm trying to find it. I lost my bar there for a minute. I had it, and now where did it go? Wait, hang on. Let's see if I can get rid of it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna screen share now. Okay. Everybody ready? Okay. Okay, our election results. Okay, so 22 votes. All right, I won. Congratulations, Jory. You are now the elected president of the PTSA. Okay. Stephen Giangiletti, you have received 22 votes. You are now the VP of fundraising for the Academies Loudoun PTSA.
Yay.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Actually, you're not taking over just yet, but you have been elected. You're the VP elect, I should say. Okay, so I will reveal now the next one where we had 2 people running against each other. Okay, we had Vivek, very close. Vivek, you received 10 votes, and Tarun, you received 12. So Tarun, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You'll be our first student that is on the board. So you've been elected VP of events. And Tappy, you have been elected the treasurer of the Academies Loudoun PTSA. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yes, now we'll train you well. Barry, you have been elected the secretary of the PTSA for the Academies Loudoun. Congratulations. And Pramila, it's very tight there. You have been elected the communications director for the Academies Loudoun PTSA. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate everyone running and their patience and with putting up with how we just, so thank you and with everyone. Okay, so if everybody can mute again, that would be awesome. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, So we did that. That came off without a hitch, for the most part, I hope. Okay, so next thing on our agenda. So congratulations, everyone. I will be in touch with everybody for our board going forward in the transition. And the PTA, the Virginia PTA, has great training, which is actually all going to be virtual this summer. So I'm hoping that people will take part in that, especially so you don't have to travel like I did, about an hour away. So hopefully you will be able to take part in that for this summer. So we will get you those details. All right, we're going to move on to elected officer reports. So, you know, our year was going great until we had to stop everything. And, you know, Pi Day was really, I have, 2,000 tattoos in my laundry room. And I have stickers and all of this kind of thing, because we were going to turn those in the next day, and then everything stopped. But we were able to donate the food that we had bought. We had spent probably, I don't know, $1,500, $2,000, Nell will know, on food that we had already prepared, like pies that were already pre-wrapped and everything. So we donated all of that to local food shelters. So that food did not go to waste, just to let everybody know that that's what we had done. And the two chairs that were part of it last year have agreed to come on for next year. So they will probably just kind of redo their what they did, and that will work out just well. So that will be great. And I was excited, you know, with membership. We had 622 people with 387 individuals, 186 students, and 49 staff were members this past year. And that was great. I mean, that doubled the year before what we had. And so we were really excited that much, that many people wanted to become members and support our cause. So I did also just want to thank Nell is outgoing, and she came in as our treasurer, and she's been fabulous to work with. We said we were going to start walking together, and we've done it once. This was before, don't worry anybody, this was before COVID. But she's always been on it with the numbers, and, you know, anytime I had a call, and she worked a full-time job, that I really appreciate her support and being on it, because being a treasurer it's not as easy, because you got things you're reimbursing people, and you've got to send money here, there, and we had club funding. So I really appreciated Nell with keeping up on that. And Srini, our VP of fundraising, he was not obviously staying on. He's probably one of the quietest people I know, but he got it done. Like, we had fabulous, and I'm not trying to put this on you, Stephen, because we may not even have this, but with the practice SAT, ACT tests, like, he knocked those out of the park. And so Srini, I really appreciated your time spent with that, and with following up with the different chairs, because each of us had chairs that were underneath us, and for fundraising, spirit nights, and the fundraising with the practice tests, and the book sale, and I may be forgetting something else, all kind of fell under Srini, and he always followed up with them and always had a report. So I appreciate that, Srini. And Vivek, you always made us smile. You always made us laugh. So and just for the first year, you can sell membership like nobody I know. So maybe next year, you know, if you want to do membership, he could get out there and do that. So I appreciate just you getting in there and helping with the events. And, you know, when we could make it happen, we made it happen. And obviously when we didn't, you know, you were still there supporting and giving your input as to what we should do. So I appreciate your year on the board. So
thank you. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you. So that is pretty much all I have. Was there anything else? Anybody have any questions for me? Good. That's how I like it. Okay. Vivek, do you have anything? You're next on our list for reports.
Yes. So the report is we did get a canceled event for Pi Day, but we we still went ahead and celebrated the staff with the thank you cards, that Amazon gift cards that we sent out for all the staff members. So that's one thing that we were able to do. But a lot of our events were canceled in the later phases of the school year.
Okay, anything for Vivek? Nope. Okay, thanks Vivek, appreciate it. Srini, Relabandi. Oh, I think you're muted, Srini.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay, yep, there you go.
Yeah, congratulations to the newly elected board. And the last event for the fundraising we had was in February, the C2 education, and we've raised about $1,519. Was one of the successful events, and we had an event with the Mosaic Dental fundraising in April and May, and due to the COVID-19, but I think we did very good in fundraising, and we always exceeded the goal for the last 2 years. And I would like to transition that to the next board, and also congratulate him for the successful next year as well.
Thanks, Srini, appreciate it. Any questions for Srini? Okay, next we have Pramila.
I don't have anything. We have a robust debate on the Facebook page. So I would encourage everybody to become part of the Facebook group. You'll find out everything from yearbooks to graduation to what courses next year. So we do enjoy having parents talk to each other and share information, and provide a platform for that. Hopefully next year we'll engage more with students. That's been the one thing that I have on my to-do list, and we're trying. So beyond that, I don't have anything to report on. Just that I would encourage all the new families to sign up on the Facebook page, and then the new students, Tarun, get on it. Get us some Instagram followers, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, with Facebook, it's we got what 532, I think, yeah, the page. So it's well followed page. So it's and just trying to keep up with things. And I mean, the one thing we don't get into on the Facebook page is really debating of types, and we will shut that down if there is that type of thing. It's more of just being informative and letting the parents know if there's things we see, we pass along, or if there's meetings coming up, or and that such. So but it's a great, we've got a lot of people that we can reach through that. So Pramila's been doing a great job with keeping up with that. So okay, anything for Pramila? No. Okay, no.
Jerry, thanks for all your kind words. Congratulations to the new board members. I enjoyed working with all of you. I'm going to miss you all. And Jory, yes, we are going to go on walks. I know where you work.
Yeah.
We had lots of checks transitions. So
yeah. In the parking lot. Yeah.
In the parking lot, yes. We had shady parking lot transactions.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think you still have the cash box.
I do.
So
I'm sitting on that cash box. Don't tell Kirsten.
We'll figure it out. And welcome to Tarun and Stephen and Tappy. Tappy will talk through transition and next steps. We'll have to, my year ends end of June. So July 1st, starting July 1st, I think after the audit is done, I actually want you to be involved in the audit. So I'll set up some time for Jory, you and I to talk, and so that way I think it'll be a great transition for you. So we'll talk.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Yes, sure.
I told them that you're too nice, and I'm going to tell you to not be too nice. So that's going to be part of your training too. So, Jory, do you want me to share my screen or just kind of quickly walk through because we ran over?
Why don't you share it quickly if you can?
Yeah. What can you see?
No, everybody else.
You.
There we go. You're sharing now.
All right.
Yep.
So basically, we plan to make around $6,000 for membership, and we ended up making. So this is the column that you'll look at. We ended up making around $7,450. Same thing for the SAT. SAT, we planned to make $3,750, but we ended up making $5,800. We also got an additional $1,000 PTA grant, which we hadn't budgeted for. So our revenue, we planned to make $13,000, but we ended up making $16,800, so close to $17,000. Our expenses, I'm going to go over. We had operational expenses were right on target. We budgeted $3,200. That's where we came up to. Our club funding, we were hoping to spend more money, but because of school closure in March, we ended up moving a lot of the money out of here to other areas for staff appreciation. We did good with the student community events, and Pi Day, we actually spent $3,000, Jory. So we went slightly over.
2,000, 3,000.
Yep. Yeah. But no, I think we did a good job there compared to last year. And for staff appreciation, we planned to spend $4,000. We ended up spending $3,600. I mean, the $4,000 was after the move. We moved $1,500. We had originally budgeted $2,500, and I made the change now to move the $1,500. So it's $4,000. So we planned to spend $18,450, and we spent $15,155. And most of this is because we couldn't fund some of the club grants. But otherwise, I think we did really well on our expenses. And that's it. Any questions for me?
No, it was a great year. You know, it was wonderful. There aren't many PTAs in our position with having the money that we did, especially in some in Loudoun County. So it was great to have as much support as we did. So
absolutely.
Yeah. And we really were trying to give money to the club funds. We're going to try and rework that maybe a little bit next year. So hopefully there'll be a little bit more club involvement with that. So.
Yep. All right. Thank you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it now.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions for now? Okay. Last but not least, Ferry.
Yoo-hoo! I get to do the closing remarks, right?
Yes. Have at it.
Well, I just want to say congratulations to the coming board members, Stephen, Tarun, and Tappy. I look forward to working with you, but I have to say that I truly going to miss Nell, Sharini, and Vivek. And really great team, very dynamic people, did an amazing job, and it was honestly a pleasure to work with you guys. So thank you for your service and what you guys did. As far as besides the minutes and doing the minutes and attendance, of course, I want the new parents to join the PT board. It's really important. It's really a one-stop shop. If you're not board member, or even if you don't have the account, please open the account because we post a lot of things there. And one of the most important is the minutes. So definitely you need to have an account to see those. I usually post it over there under documents. And also I oversee the couple of committees. One is the nomination committee, and the other one is reflection, which Louisa talked about it, as well as the PTA sponsored events, such as the senior scholarship event, the power plate, and the citizenship essay. As Jory mentioned, this was our first year participating, and our students did an amazing job. So I didn't want to leave the last meeting of the year without acknowledging the great job our students did. So I want to say congratulations to Lindsay Bowman. She received the Virginia PTA Award of Excellence in Visual Arts. And congratulations to Mia Hogwood for being awarded the 2020 Senior Scholarship, the Virginia PTA Senior Scholarship. As well as Divya Sharma, she was the second place winner in citizenship essay contest. With that said, I don't have anything else to report. If you have any question, I'm happy to answer.
All right, awesome. Thank you. And so one of the things that, with PTAs is that we do pay a portion of our membership fees do go back to the Virginia PTA. And a big part of that, what that does is that supports us kids being able to apply for the senior scholarship or apply and then have the reflections and supporting those at the different levels. So that's part of what the membership fees do go back towards. So thanks, Ferry, for taking care of all that, and look forward to next year with doing that again. So, okay. Is there any new business? Anything anybody wants to talk about? Okay, good answer. Okay, upcoming events, we don't have any. So with that, I will get with, we will have a transition from the current board with the new board, and just keep informed and stay up on Facebook, and you'll get emails with PT board. And I appreciate everyone joining us for our meeting. We just went almost not even an hour and a half. So I appreciate everyone's time, and have a great summer and stay safe. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right. Just us. Happy. Okay, we did it. Now your son can join.